And while O9 pushes this top lane, that is very, I mean, that is how you should steal Roshan. Try to leave like someone out on the lanes, and people won't even guess that you're taking Roshan. But in this case, they left someone too big out, and they cannot even take Roshan without him. So not the best choice there. But like if YYF was able to take Roshan with the team, then it would be a very good choice to leave Nevermore out there so that they wouldn't think you're taking Roshan, but then go take it anyways. So with O9 here, Roshan will go down really fast, even getting the Orchid and casting the ult as well. Orchid, of course, amplifying damage and silencing, which is actually not that bad on Roshan as he does stomp and stuff. So Aegis gonna go to O9 for sure. And look at that, ZSMJ farming like, well, ZSMJ, even with Puck, getting a Dagon and Blink at 21 minutes. That is crazy farm for any hero. And not to mention on Puck, but it is ZSMJ, that is what we expect. And with his Blink Dagger, see if he can make anything happen. And a Speed Rune. And his fresh Staggin. No, he is going to get sheeped. And then impaled. And then ulted. And then, oh, he just goes down. And yes, that does deserve a little dot, which signifies he is very speechless as he just got his super items and just wanted to, you know, do some crazy action, but just get owned by 2 support players in the forest. Very sad indeed. But his team is going to start pushing up mid. And casting the ult on Ferrari, and with the Maledict down, Ferrari will surely die. Using the mechanism, oh my god, he might not die. Will he die? Boom, he dies. Okay, but yes, mechanism, a really good counter to Maledict, because any actually thing that adds HP is a good counter to Maledict, because then it counts as then you don't lose as much HP and Maledict doesn't do as much damage. So YYF also taking down Swan right there. Not sure what he was doing there. Lion going to come around for the little stun, but it looks like this push to the tower where Shadow Fiend does have his Manta style will be in a game. I mean, these are always very good timing from these teams. They know when exactly to push. I mean, the first push comes right when you finish the BKB on your main player or main hero. And that push is very deadly. The silence going down, and that's why Orchid is very good build against these heroes. The silence allowing them to not be able to get away, or not allowing them to get away. Even Nevermore, even casting the ult on VS, and Lion gonna blink up here and take out VS. And O9 has gone beyond godlike in this epic game. And oh, Twine gonna come out to kill Crystal Maiden, who did have a gem, which I must have missed her getting, but yes, signature Chinese play where they get the gem and start shutting down and taking out your wards. And Witch Doctor will place that back up, and O9 is just going around doing triple kills, and GG calls ToT. And yes, LGD will be representing China in the ADC. Do some final analysis on this game and the entire series. 36-13 is the head kill count in 23 minutes. This has been action-packed. As I sip a bit more of my water, because again, as Lumi said, we Asians are too cheap to buy anything and not drink water, you know. But so what we've learned from these matches basically is, one, Ferrari is a very good player. I mean, he only has 3 kills, but those 3 kills were freaking epic. I mean, I cannot say how epic those kills were. KSSS kind of losing his touch. He used to be a good, I recall him being a really good player. Tuan just not doing good, getting owned by O9, the young Malaysian player, I believe. Forgive me if he's Philippine or something, but young Malaysian player Tuan also not showing us his best play, but you know, Ferrari doing very well. These are still solid players, but LGD showing them who is boss. ZSMJ, even a Blink Dagger on Chris Bug, Blink Dagger on Witch Doctor. Now seriously, you don't see that much, but Chris Bug does get that, and Puck yet again, Blink Dagger always the item of choice. GX even getting this Planeswalker Cloak to boost his effective HP by that much. And yes, O9, and gotta mention their pushes, these strats used by Chinese teams nowadays, especially this mid-game strat, because look at their lineup, they have no solid carry, but they have Morphling over here, so they do have to end it early mid-game, as they did here. I mean, only 23 minutes, but when you try to go for a strat that where you want to end it, then you have to know when to make your pushes. And there are always a few benchmarks. Like there's a few landmarks along the way. One is when your Nevermore gets the BKB, or your Kunkka, or whatever hero you decide is going to be leading your team's push. Once he gets the BKB, that is the call for the first push. That 10-second first charge of BKB is so useful, so crucial. You guys will own that team fight and push it. And then after you get that advantage from that first push, then you want to farm up. You want to make that advantage become from like that small advantage, make it into a huge advantage. Like take Roshan. That is an awesome way to widen the gap between you and your opponent. And just farm up like crazy as we've seen here. And once your mid-game core heroes, as we see in this game, it would namely O9, YYF, and ZSMJ, get their core items, namely Manta, Orchid, and Blink, and Dagon's kind of optional, but just Blink would be enough on ZSMJ. That is the time you know you need to end this game. Do not drag it on any longer, and just move out. I mean, you have the game in your hands. You should have the games in your hands by then. It's probably around 30 minutes, but this is mad early because they just farm way too fast. Probably around 30 minutes, your enemy, if they're going for a turtle strat with Drow or Dusa, will not have a farmed up Drow or Dusa to deal with it, and you will be able to push for the win, as we've seen in these Chinese matchups. But again, if you are turtling, then you need some better turtle heroes, like try to get Pugna and Earthshaker and such to help with your turtling, and just try to delay their pushes, try to scatter them. Go for the pinpoint kills. Like try to kill Nevermore, because if you just kill Nevermore, then they'll have to abort their push, and that's what you want. Just buy time for your carry to farm, and hopefully LGD will show us more epic play, as we've seen the turtle team not going for turtle anytime in these few games, except for the first one where it failed. But that wasn't even that much of a turtle strat. It was only a ZSMJ using Phantom Lancer. But yes, I expect to see great things from them in the ADC, and hopefully it will be epic as these games have been. And I hope you love this series. I do not know if I will ever cast another series like this, as these 3 games are all epically short and epic nonetheless. And I hope you love them. I'm really not sure if I can cast any more of these series, because if they go on to 50-minute games, my throat is already dying. But you know, I can maybe space them out a bit more. But this has been absolutely awesome to watch 3 games in a row and watch LGD take this final match, qualifying match, 3-1 to ToT, and well played by ToT. And I hope you guys are familiar with these players by now. A last mention goes to ZSMJ, GX, Chris Bug, YYF, UAFO, if you guys still do not know, O9, Twan, Kaboo, Ferrari, I'm sure you guys remember Ferrari from now on, I, and KSSSSSI with his epic Enigma play. So yes, GG, and I shall be signing out. See you guys next time.